Welcome to Light Over Heat with Professor David Yamani. Let's talk about the Homo Sapiens Projectile Club. If you've seen my video presentation from the National Firearms Law Seminar, you know that the History Channel competition show Top Shot played an important role in my getting into guns and in my seeing guns as normal. And some of the most memorable competitions for me in that program didn't involve firearms at all, but instead involved what were called primitive weapons. So in season 4, the eventual champion, Chris Chang, narrowly avoided elimination using an atlatl. And in season 3, the primitive weapons included tomahawks and knives. And then the competitors went truly old school, using what host Colby Donaldson called mankind's first measure of marksmanship, rocks. The deep truth that Top Shot reveals is that whether you're throwing a rock or a spear or using a blowgun or an atlatl or shooting a Glock pistol or an AR-15 rifle, you are part of the Homo Sapiens Projectile Club. I wore this Homo Sapiens Projectile Club t-shirt in episode 11, and a lot of people asked me where I got it. I got it from the Liberal Gun Owners, and I'll put a link to the Liberal Gun Owners store in the show notes so you can pick up either a t-shirt or a hoodie. But more importantly, the ideas underlying the t-shirt can be found in this document, The Liberal Gun Owners Lens, which I'll also put a link to in the show notes. Now, this is the first of 4 planned pillars analyzing the relationship between humans and firearms. And this pillar focuses on what the author, Randy Miyan, who's the executive director of the Liberal Gun Owners, calls the human-weapon relationship. As Miyan shows in this work, when I say guns are normal and normal people use guns, I'm not merely describing the contemporary American scene. That normality runs far deeper. Use of projectile weapons is behaviorally normal for Homo sapiens as a species. So today's widely owned civilian firearms are part of an unbroken thread stretching back hundreds of thousands of years to rocks in the uniquely evolved hands of our prehistoric ancestors. I've printed out some particularly important sections of the LGO pillar just so I can get the quotations right. So according to neuroscientist William Brown, human history profoundly overlaps with the history of developing more and more lethal projectiles, which could be hurled further and further. So the continuity of projectile weapons that runs from rocks to spears to atlatls to bows to firearms. Our ancestors' ability to deliver what biologist Paul Bingham calls death from a distance, the capacity to injure or kill remotely many body diameters away, was central to the evolutionary success of our species via hunting and conflict with other hominins. Only modern humans possessed advancing projectile weapons, according to Miyan's summary, and they likely played a key role in our success over competing Homo species like Neanderthals. As paleoanthropologist John Shea concludes, projectile weaponry is uniquely human and culturally universal. We are the only species that uses projectile weaponry, and no human society has ever abandoned its use. So if anyone ever asks you, "Hey, guns, what's up with that?" you answer, Homo Sapiens Projectile Club. That's what's up with that. When this video releases, I'll be up at the University of Connecticut in Hartford presenting some of these ideas about the anthropological and cultural normality of guns to a group of gun violence prevention scholars. I'll be sure to report on that as soon as I can get my mind around it, so stay tuned.